or 4 times, and they got some home cooking by the officials, and they ended up winning the game. But they could have very well lost that game easily, and they'd be 0-6. So there could be very well the worst team in the National Football League, your Las Vegas Raiders.
Yes, Buffalo has a claim to that, but I will say Oakland is up there, and they don't care. So
the city wants them out too. The city's trying to sue them to get them out of the stadium, so they want the Raiders to play somewhere else next year. There's talk the Raiders might play in San Diego or something. I always joke that the Raiders should just not have a home. They should just be the team that always plays on the road because they're Raiders. They're trying to break into your house and steal your stuff.
Well, there's a theory, but I would say Indianapolis wins big. That's my fourth pick.
Okay.
Go Colts.
All right. Going in my fourth pick this week, and I love pick'em games, and I'm taking another one. I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings in a pick'em over the New Orleans Saints. I was one of those guys last year that had moneyline Saints in the playoffs against the Vikings, and I got burned. That was the worst beat of the year. That Minnesota Miracle? What was it? Is it Ty Diggs? Anyway, Sean or whomever. But I lost that game. But the Saints are coming back to Minnesota. Minnesota now, in theory, has a better quarterback than they had the year before, Kirk Cousins, and I don't see why this game's a pick'em. The Saints do have a great record of covering on the road, and that was one reason I almost took them last week in Baltimore. Couldn't quite pull the trigger, but I think this week pick'em's a great value. I'm going to back the home team. The Vikings are coming around. I will take them to just win this game outright over the Saints.
Yeah, I don't like it. I would take the Saints there. I don't believe in Kirk that much. Even though I did take Minnesota, I believe 2 weeks ago, and they covered for me. But that's a tough one. I would take the Saints if you force me to, but I'm going to stay away from that game. I don't know why you like pick'em games so much. That's why they're pick'em games. They're hard to pick.
I don't think they're hard. I like them.
Well, I would say Vegas is on the side of nobody, so usually that means they're harder to pick, I think.
I guess as a guy with a 13-22 record against the spread, I just don't want to give up any points.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I just don't want to spread.
I would take
give me the spread out. I'm going to pick them straight up.
Of course, my last pick is always, as always, we didn't even cover this yet, is the Patriots. We didn't get to it because they play Monday night. I know it's a ton of points, but Patriots should win this by at least 3 touchdowns. I mean, are you kidding me?
It did dip under 14 to 13.5, and that is what gets it consenseless.
Oh, no.
I'm on it.
You're going to lust the Patriots.
No, you can't lust the Patriots. Not in Buffalo. Not in Buffalo. There's no.
It'd be tough to mush them this week.
Not with Derek Anderson. I mean, look. If Derek Anderson has a good game of the year, it probably will be against this Patriots defense. But he's even banged up from last week. He hasn't played football in like 5 years. He comes out and gets knocked around a little bit, and he's probably like, "What the heck am I doing?" And if he goes out early in this game, they get a good lick on him. Then they're going to have to go to Nate Peterman. And I like the Patriots' chances covering this by 2 touchdowns. Looks like Gronk's going to play. Gronk always has a great game in Buffalo because I think that's where he's from, right? He's got family in Buffalo. So, I'm with you. And we're going to consensus this Patriots pick.
Yeah, I hope that you don't mush them, but they
not going to lust this pick. No, I'm confident.
They should be just fine with this one. It could get ugly early. Even though Buffalo tends to hang around, at the end of the game, I would hate to see this backdoor cover because the Patriots don't give a shit by the end of the game, and they're up, 21, and they give up some bullshit prevent touchdown. But that's the only way I could see this not covering. So I would say Patriots win by at least 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The one thing that could bite us is if the Patriots get a lead and they go into a turtle-like offense because they are a little bit banged up. I could see him handing the ball off a lot to Kenjon Barner with a 21-0 lead. and start milking the clock and firing up the bus, and then giving away a cover. But I think it's just as likely that they'll get out to a lead and Buffalo will raise the white flag and head to the locker room early in this one. So that's it. That's what I'm hoping. And
nice.
Hopefully, I think with all the Boston positivity is going to carry this over the 13.5. You get the Red Sox rolling with a 2-0 lead in the World Series, and the Patriots covering this spread on Sunday night to make all the Patriots gamblers out there happy.
Yeah, it would be a fantastic Red Sox up 2-0. That World Series, knock on wood, should be over by then. Monday night.
I think it'll get to a game. I think if it gets to Sunday night, would be Game 5. Let's hope it gets to a Game 5, and they can celebrate. Dual celebration, man. Dual celebration.
What's wrong with you? Why would you say that? What is wrong with you? Why do you like doing that? Just because? And to everyone who's listening,
nobody likes to see a sweep in a World Series. Come on.
If anyone's listening, just let this be known that Lucky is cheering for the fucking Dodgers. Okay,
it's all right.
He is a mock Patriots fan. All right, he is a mock Red Sox fan. He is a mock Celtics fan. He likes to come on here and he likes to say, "Oh, I love the Patriots," and then he bets against them, and then he goes, "Oh, I love the Red Sox. I'm the guy on EEI," and then he sends me texts that, "Oh, let the Dodgers have one. Come on, the Red Sox have so many. Let the Dodgers have one." And it's so aggravating. I grew up.
I don't want to get into the. I didn't get into the history.
You give him shit that he is rooting for the Dodgers.
I don't want to bore everybody with the history of my fanhood, but maybe I will. I grew up in New England, but for whatever reason, I grew up a fan of all the LA teams. I was like a contrarian, so I wanted to be a fan of teams that nobody was a fan of around me. And so I adopted the Dodgers, the Rams, and the Lakers, right? And I couldn't be a fan of the Kings because I had relatives in the Montreal area, so I was a Canadiens fan, which obviously the Bruins fans, they hate us, right? So that's where it started. But then I actually moved to L.A. The Rams, I went to a Rams game, and the next year they left. And I'm like, okay, the team sucks. They're gone to St. Louis. I got to get off this bus. And then that's when you came around. I started hanging out with you and going to the Patriots game. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm from New England. I like the Patriots. So that's where I got on the Patriots. And from that, I got into the Red Sox fever as well. And let me tell you, that 2003, there was nothing more than I wanted to see than the Red Sox come away with that win against the Yankees. And so
but
if the Dodgers weren't in the World Series, I'd be rooting for the Red Sox. But I mean, the Dodgers is my childhood, and it's hard to give that up.
You grew up in New Hampshire,
Vermont,
New England.
Vermont. Yeah,
Vermont.
I have to say it's funny.
You're a
Catamounts.
You grew up in Vermont.
In Vermont, in Vermont, you're either a Yankees fan or you're a Red Sox fan. So that's where I came
bullshit. Up. Vermont is Red Sox country. You can be a Yankee fan in Connecticut, maybe.
Yeah, Vermont. I mean, you have football Giants fans in Vermont, and then you have Patriots fans. But
that's
people
bullshit.
People like it's either the New York teams or the Boston teams in Vermont.
Well, I just wanted to get it on record that we sit here and chat, and you love the Red Sox and you love the Patriots, but then you bet against them, and then you cheer against them behind closed doors, and you send texts, and I send you texts like fuck fucking Lucky, that motherfuck, fuck, and I'm going to keep sending those until you stop texting him, and then you text me something that says, wait till they cut away to see LeBron.
Yes.
You're just the worst. You're the worst.
That's what's going to get the fire. That's what's going to get the Dodger fans fired up is when they cut away to see LeBron in the seats.
Yeah,
that's going to get a huge roar from the crowd, and that's going to it's going to inspire the Dodgers to take at least one game in Dodger Stadium, so we can get to a game. Can we get to a Game 5 Sunday night so I can have both Patriots, Red Sox, Dodgers on Game 5?
No, we will not get to a Sunday night. We will win 4 straight. And
Sunday night.
Typical Dodger fan that wants to see LeBron cutaways and gets fired up. Because there's LeBron. Fuck LeBron and fuck Lucky. Okay?
I'm just kind of making fun of that, right? Because they're going to cut. They're going to.
No,
don't
you're
even know.
serious. You're dead serious.
Look, LeBron's probably playing on Sunday night, so they're not going to get to cut away.
You know he's going to be there. You love him. Yeah. They'll cut away to his game. They'll cut away and show a clip of him traveling in his basketball game, and LA fans will go crazy. He'll be running with the ball because he doesn't dribble ever.
Look, I'm not going to be disappointed if the Red Sox win another World Series. Everybody I know in Boston will be happy, and everybody who's a Boston fan in LA that I know will be happy. So I'll be happy as well. I think you should. 30 years since the Kirk Gibson home run. I mean, let's get another. Yeah, why can't LA have another title?
You gotta turn in your Red Sox card. That's it. I've had it. I have had it with you and your Texas. And Chip, our producer who quit the first week, he's on the Dodgers. I've had it with both of you.
I lived almost 25 years, a quarter century of my life in LA. Right?
So have I.
Right. I have not lived one day in Boston, except for when I slept on a couch or something to go to a Red Sox game.
Do you
I'm from Vermont.
Where Vermont
it's not the same.
Is?
Yes, it's New England.
Can you look up a map?
It's the New England Patriots. Then I can be a fan. It's the Boston Red Sox. It's it doesn't encompass my my roots.
Let's wrap up before I lose it on you. I'm just the worst.
The one thing I have to say is I love seeing every year when the Red Sox are in the series, everybody who's all bundled up at Fenway Park in the 48-degree weather. When I used to be a kid in Vermont, coming out of Vermont winter, the first day it was 48, I'd be out in like a T-shirt and shorts. But yeah, I'm a wuss now. I have to say, if I were there, I'd definitely be bundled up.
Yeah, 48 degrees is not happening anymore for me. I went out on my patio the other night. It was I think 62, and I was like, ooh, I need a little heater here, I think.
When it hits 50 in LA, it's no good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap up this week's picks. Let's do it.
All right. I really, really feel good about this week. I am 500, 17, 17, and 1, and my 5 picks are going to go as thus. Thursday night, Degenerate Gambling night is Miami plus 7.5. Bet it big. I like that one a lot. Philadelphia -3 in London. Cincinnati bouncing back after the beatdown by Kansas City, giving 4.5 to Tampa. I like that a lot. Indianapolis in a blowout over the Raiders. And Patriots, please don't get mushed by Lucky, killing the Bills.
All right. Again, Deelucks picks of the week. Trying to improve on my scintillating 13-22 record against the spread. Eagles -3 over the Jags in London. That's a consenseless pick. Taking the Jets on the road and 7 points over the Bears. Redskins in a pick'em at the New York Giants. Vikings in a pick'em at home over the Saints. And our second consenseless pick of the week, the Patriots laying a big 13.5 on the road in Buffalo. That will wrap up another great edition of the Deelucks Franco 45. Any parting thoughts, Franco?
I just have to say this. Go Sox. Fuck the Dodgers.
All right. That's it. There you have it. Good luck with all your picks this week, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Go Sox.